Meantime, the way forward for Grand Bahama due to COVID-19 outlined by the Minister of State for Grand Bahama in the Senate. During that session, the minister also expressed his support to the extension of a COVID-19 emergency orders. Here's Natalia Hall.
It was announced by the nation's leader this week that Grand Bahama is making significant progress in the fight against COVID-19. At last report, Grand Bahama had a total of 621 confirmed cases, including 14 deaths, and reports say 9 persons are currently hospitalized with COVID-19. Minister of State for Grand Bahama, the Honorable Kwesi Thompson, confirming that the new infectious disease unit at the Rand Memorial Hospital is now complete and is in the process of being furnished.
So that additional COVID patients and infectious disease patients can now be housed in that new facility. We are continuing to work on the Rand Memorial Hospital. We will, at the end of this process, have a newly renovated emergency room. And the emergency room actually is almost complete. We visited there about last week and they are almost completed. The new recovery room for the emergency room is also almost completed. The floors and the walls and everything has been completed. They just now need to do the finish touches to it and have the equipment brought back into it. We are doing a new pediatric ward.
He says upgrades are being made to the various wards within the hospital, and the new operating theater that was provided by a non-governmental organization is now operational. The minister thanking Grand Bahamans for their sacrifices in the fight against COVID-19.
Because it was the people of Grand Bahama who complied with the emergency orders to ensure that our numbers came down. And we are thankful that as of yesterday, the Prime Minister now has indicated that Grand Bahama can now operate as normal with a few exceptions.
And as it relates to the economy of Grand Bahama, he says the government takes the recovery of the island seriously. He adds that they met with officials of the Grand Bahama Port Authority this week to discuss a project by the GBPA called Reef. That project will focus on the revitalization and expansion of the economy of Freeport.
And we are committed to working with the Grand Bahama Port Authority's committee, with the Reef committee, who have put forward a number of points for the revitalization of Grand Bahama. We may not agree with every single point, but we most certainly will sit down with the Port Authority. We will sit down with the members of this committee. We will also sit down with the Prime Minister's Recovery Committee that also is focused on Grand Bahama. And we will sit down with the Chamber of Commerce that also is committed to revitalizing Grand Bahama.
The minister also confirming that the government is moving forward with negotiations in respect to the Grand Bahama International Airport and have a view as to how they will move forward with that project. It's Natalia Hall, ZNS Network News.